Thank you very much. We were at the South African Weather Center here at King Shaka International Airport following the warnings that were issued by the SA Weather Services in relation to high volume of water that will be falling in KwaZulu-Natal. Next to me is the weather forecaster, Thandiwe Gumede, who will briefly explain to us what does these warnings mean to us. Thank you very much, my sister, for your time. Briefly about the weather patterns that we're going to experience this week.
Thank you very much. The weather pattern that's currently in place, we have a system which we call an upper trough that is currently moving through the country and is moving eastwards from today into tomorrow. At the surface, we have another system which we call a surface high that is reaching in over the southeastern parts, bringing in low-level moisture over the eastern parts of the KZN province as well as the wild coast of the Eastern Cape for today. That system is expected to continue into tomorrow as the system progresses northwards, affecting mostly the north coast for tomorrow. So hence we have that alert for disruptive rain for today, where the higher impacts or the more severe impacts are expected mostly for areas along the coast and adjacent interior. And for the remainder of the province, we're still expecting some quite significant impacts as a result of that system.
For how long, ma'am, if you can just explain for how long?
Okay. The bulk of the rain is expected to come through from this afternoon, lasting throughout the afternoon into evening, and possibly continuing into the early hours of tomorrow morning. The areas over the western parts of the province will clear faster as compared to the areas over the northeastern parts. As I've mentioned, the system does seem to be moving along the north coast during the course of tonight into tomorrow. So the areas over the northeastern parts, that will be areas like Richards Bay, as well as surrounding areas. They will have the bulk of the rain tonight into tomorrow morning and continuing possibly also into tomorrow afternoon.
So which parts are also basically going to be affected by this heavy rain?
We can say that it will be the whole province of KwaZulu-Natal. However, our confidence as well as the impacts that are expected to be more severe for today, they are mostly along the coast and adjacent interior. And then for tomorrow, they are mostly over the northeastern parts of the province, extending down along the coast, including eThekwini as well for tomorrow. And then the remainder of the province for today can still expect some impacts, which will be quite significant, both today and tomorrow. But as I have already mentioned, then from tomorrow late morning, we'll start seeing a clearance in terms of significant rainfall amounts, especially for areas over the western parts as well as the Midlands.
Thandiwe, can you just show us the graphs that basically speak to what you are telling me now?
Okay, what I'll show you quickly is just the rainfall as well as the rainfall amounts that we're expecting from today into tomorrow. We'll start from this afternoon possibly. The various colors indicate the rainfall amounts, and here is the legend of the actual figure that can be expected. I'll just animate the picture so you can get a clear idea of what exactly we're looking for. So the areas of concern, before I animate further, will be the areas that will range between the yellow color proceeding towards the pink color. So the darker it becomes, those will be the areas of concern where we can expect those significant and severe impacts to come through today into tomorrow. So I'll animate the first model for now. You'll see that it's mostly the whole province of KwaZulu-Natal that will be expecting the rainfall to come through. But these areas with these blobs of pink coming through, those are the areas that we are mostly concerned with in terms of the impacts that might result. So you'll see that as we move into tomorrow late morning, it looks like most of the rain has shifted off into the ocean. So we'll try a different model now to just compare how the rain is looking between the two. So we see that from today, it starts off with the thunderstorms in the west, but there's also some rain coming through from the south. Okay, this is moving pretty fast, so maybe it's better not to animate it. I'll just play it as time steps. This is still this afternoon, going on towards this evening at 8 p.m. This is 10 p.m. This is midnight. So as I was explaining to you earlier on, other models are showing that it progresses north, so hence that alert still valid, with this area being the area of most concern for tomorrow, still keeping that orange level 9 for tomorrow. And then, as I mentioned earlier on, by afternoon, it looks like most of the rain would have moved off over KZN, and maybe those extreme northeastern parts of the province might still be affected, but not so much. The areas in the west, in terms of the rainfall amounts that are expected, are fairly low. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister, for your time.
Thank you so much.
There was Tandiwe Gumede, the weather forecaster here at the King Shaka International Airport, because they are based here at the airport. The KwaZulu-Natal disaster management teams are on high alert to try and assist those that might be flooding this afternoon. Back to you in studio for now.